Hi, good day. Welcome to RTV Sports. It's weekends. Every weekend, how we do it. We talk about football. Especially we focus on Premier League, and it's here again. On Saturday, there's a lot of match result. Actually, it went the way we expected because team like Chelsea, Liverpool, they got result. Even for so it went the way we planned it. Or let me say the way we expect it, because I believe a lot of people who play game, they will be happy right now because almost all the team, they play exactly the way they predicted. Because if Chelsea play against Everton, everybody will likely to pick Chelsea win or draw, and then Liverpool against Brighton, everybody will like to pick Liverpool win or draw. So which everything went the way they planned it, the way they predicted it. So now it's here again. No, we always have match on Saturday, Sunday, and even on Monday. So on Sunday, there's a lot of games that we play across the Europe as well. But let me just give you the information about the last match, as you can see on the screen. But for some people that still need more clarity about this, so let me just give you the information about match that played yesterday across the Europe, especially top 4 leagues in Europe. Now, in the Premier League yesterday, we have a game, about 4 games in the Premier League yesterday. So, which Arsenal played last yesterday. That's a late game yesterday in England. So, the game yesterday, we have a Chelsea versus Everton. Chelsea got results 2-0 against Everton, and the Cole Palmer returned from injury, which also contribute to Chelsea win yesterday. So, and it's a fantastic one for the Chelsea, comfortable win for them. So no doubt about it. Hope they can continue with that kind of form. So let's see what will happen. Now, the second game is Liverpool versus Brighton. Comfortable win for Liverpool as well because they beat Brighton 2-0. Mohamed Salah also actually he start from bench, but at the same time contribute to the Ekitike 2 goals that helped Liverpool yesterday on Saturday. So Mohamed Salah give assist. So, and I think we still have I think this should be the last game that we play before he go for Africa Cup of Nations, because Africa Cup of Nations will start next week Sunday, and just a few days to go. So it will start. So talking about Africa Cup of Nations, actually I will still give you an update about that. So now talking about Premier League now, European football. So the game that 6:30 game yesterday is Burnley versus Fulham. So we saw Fulham got result against Burnley, which is fantastic one for Fulham as well. Actually, the game looked like they wanted to draw that game, but it still went in favor of Fulham. So they play away game against Burnley and they won 2-3. Now, the last game yesterday is Arsenal versus Wolf. So Arsenal actually, Wolf almost shocked them because one of the Arsenal goals own goal. So, and then when the Wolf equalized that goal, so which shows that the Wolf scored 2 goals in this game, but in favor of Arsenal. So Wolf almost make Arsenal to draw in that game. Actually, this time around, I'm confident in Arsenal. So it's very hard for any team to just beat Arsenal like that. It will be very, very hard, because one of the things that make Arsenal so different compared to last 2 seasons is that based on the concede less. So, and I think the coach will work on that and it favor them. So, but I'm still coming to that. Going to the French League one, we have Rennes versus Brest, 3-1. Brest lost. Metz versus PSG, 2-3. Paris versus Toulouse. Toulouse win 3-0. Then Bundesliga, we have Mönchengladbach lost versus Wolf, 3-1 in favor of Wolf. Wolfsburg. Sorry. Then Frankfurt versus Augsburg. Frankfurt win 1-0 at home. Hoffenheim versus Hamburger, 4-1 in favor of Hoffenheim. And the ST Pauli versus IDM, that is 2-1 in favor of ST Police. Pauli, because all the German team. So Bayern Leverkusen versus Cologne. Bayern Leverkusen won 2-0. Then moving to Italian Serie A yesterday, Torino versus Cremonese. Torino win 1-0 against Cremonese. Actually, that game also almost ended in a draw. So, but if it favor Torino because they got 1-0 in favor of them. Now Parma versus Lazio. Wow, it's a fantastic one for Parma. Lazio, because they got 2 red cards. At the same time, they still manage to get a result against Parma. That's the 1-0. Atalanta versus Cagliari. Atalanta won by 2-1 against Cagliari. So, and then moving to the Bundesliga, La Liga. La Liga yesterday, the first game in the La Liga yesterday, that is on Saturday, is Atletico Madrid versus Valencia. Atletico Madrid won that game by 2-1, and Mallorca versus Mallorca win 3-1. Barcelona versus Osasuna. This game they play 0-0 up to about 50-something minutes before Barcelona started getting the goal. So it shows that no team is small now, because every team want to do something different compared to last season, and that is the best way to live life. So you always improve year by year. So you can't just stagnate in one place. So Getafe versus Espanyol. So this game surprised me because I expect Getafe to get at least a goal. So but they lost at home to Espanyol 1-0. And some games that come up in the Netherlands League, that is the Eredivisie. So PSV, they beat 7 goals in a single game. So PSV versus Heracles. So the game in favor of PSV 4-3. So these are the games. Then moving to today's game, so we have some games on Sunday. So there's some game on Sunday on the 14th of December 2025. So in the Premier League, we have Crystal Palace versus Manchester City. Arsenal is already won their game, so they feel relaxed. Anything that happened today does not even concern them. So Crystal Palace versus Manchester City, this is 3 p.m. game. Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham, Sunderland versus Newcastle, West Ham versus Aston Villa, and the last game for today is Brentford versus Leeds. This game will play by 5:30 p.m. Now moving to the Bundesliga, we have Freiburg versus Dortmund, Bayern Munich versus Mainz, Werder Bremen and Stuttgart. So these are the games in the Bundesliga today. Then Italia Serie A, we have AC Milan versus Sassuolo, Fiorentina versus Verona, Udinese versus Napoli, Genoa versus Inter, Bologna versus Juventus. And then in the La Liga, we have Sevilla versus Real Oviedo, Celta Vigo versus Atletico Bilbao, Levante versus Villarreal, and the last game in the Bundesliga, La Liga, is Alaves versus Real Madrid. So these are the games in the across top 4, top 5 leagues in Europe. So let me just give you the Ajax will play against Feyenoord today. Meanwhile, which game again? So the big game there is the Ajax versus Feyenoord. So this game, actually, I can't even rate it because Feyenoord's more. I can rate Feyenoord more. In fact, I can rate Feyenoord now compared to Ajax because Ajax continues struggling. I don't know the problem, but for some period of time now, they have been struggling to get the results, even to make it to top 4. So let me just see the table. So as you can see, okay, they are in the top 4. So that is the Netherlands League. So we have PSV in the first position. We have Feyenoord, and then Ajax sits at 4th position, which is not too good for Ajax. So now talking about Premier League, focus and where a lot of people expect many things. If you are football fans and you really love football and you want more about football updates, so especially maybe you want personal update about your team, so what you need to do, just send a message to us via the WhatsApp number you see. Send a message what you want, then we can talk about that, how you can do it in order to get update about your particular team, or you just need the general update, or some of you need football tips, that for example prediction. So you want us to analyze or give you probably the team that likely to win some games. So it's something that's very simple. It's what we do, and that is how and that's the major thing we do here, because we give you updates related to football, especially Premier League. So now talking about Arsenal, I keep on saying it, you can go through some of my videos. At the same time, this video also available on YouTube at Ray TV Sport. That's the same name across all the social media. go to our YouTube channel, click subscribe. To subscribe, it's completely free. You don't need to pay anything. It's free of charge. So you watch all our videos. So immediately we draw a new video, you'll be the first person to see it. So now talking about the Premier League, especially Arsenal, I see a lot of people still get it wrong that Arsenal, that is how they used to do. You know, it's not easy to be the top, to lead the table both in Europe. Arsenal in the first position, and then in the Premier League. So it's not easy because Arsenal, fine. Some people will tell you that that is how they have been doing. When you get to some stage, they will drop. You know, well, if you follow football very well, you see that Arsenal last 2 seasons compared to this season is completely different, and there's a lot of improvement in that team. So you know, that's why I don't just follow football. I'm supporting Chelsea. Let me just tell you, I'm supporting Chelsea. But when we see this is a football analysis, so I have to clear it and make it say it the way it is, so for you to understand. You know, talking about Arsenal is a fantastic team this period. You know, the way Arsenal play this period, they play fantastic way. And then Arsenal is a team of history. Forget it that maybe it's been a long time they got a trophy, especially Premier League. But the way things is going right now, I'm likely to see them. I mean, it's possible for them to win the league, and if they win that league, I won't be surprised, particularly. So I will not be surprised if Arsenal win the Premier League this season, because it's a fantastic one. The way they play, the way the style of play, and they don't even concede much goal. So which is a plus for Arsenal. So if you are Arsenal fans right now, so you should be happy, because this season, I still repeat it, you can save this video, Arsenal likely to win this Premier League, because the team that will challenge them, team like Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea, or maybe Liverpool, Manchester United, if we all see the way they play now, the only team that I see likely to be a difficult one for Arsenal is Manchester City. So, and I think even this season, Manchester City, they will not even love to play Arsenal, because the way Arsenal play, if you want to see them not concede much goal, is a plus for them, because it helps team a lot. If they were able to get maybe draw or win some big team, because before you can win this Premier League or any major league, you have to, all those big teams is major problem that you need to face. The moment you face them and you will be able to beat them, then you are good to go. So now that's why when you go to table like Premier League table now, you see that Arsenal, in the first position, they have with just a 16 game play. So they lost 2 games, draw 3, won 11. So, and they have 36 points right now. Followed by Manchester City. Manchester City will play on Sunday today. They have 31 points. Aston Villa 30 points. Chelsea 28 points. Crystal Palace 26 points. Liverpool 26 points. Wow, Liverpool is even coming up. And then Manchester United 25 points. So, you know, when you see all these things, you see that it's possible for Arsenal to get something. At the same time, the team they need to be afraid much about is Manchester City. You know, Manchester City, they always come up that minute when other teams are even feel too relaxed. Especially they do this about like 2. In fact, almost even last season they almost got a result. I mean, got Premier League against ahead of Liverpool. If not because Liverpool smart enough, if not they will overtake Liverpool. So Manchester City is a team that I can say Arsenal should be afraid much, because Manchester City always that minute you'll be seeing them doing something fantastic. Now they may be struggling. Before you know, now when you get to next year, close to ending of the season, you see them they'll be doing something so extraordinary. So that is the problem. So when you now come to the Premier League, you see that Manchester City is a team that's always disturb other teams, especially when it comes to win the league. They did stop Liverpool here last season. So this season now, they're likely to be the challenge for Arsenal. So, but I am so comfortable the way Arsenal play this season. So I pray for them if they can continue with that form in order to win the Premier League. So it will be a comfortable win for them if they can continue with that form, especially when they want to play against big teams like Manchester City, Chelsea, Liverpool, even Manchester United. So they need to be very, very careful. And this is it, like those small teams likely to be their challenges, because lose against Aston Villa. I don't expect that. I expect Arsenal to get at least draw against Aston Villa. So I was so surprised when they lose that game. But that is football for you. Now moving to the La Liga. You see the La Liga. A lot of people will say La Liga is just competition between Barcelona and Real Madrid. And as you can see the table, it's almost the same thing because 17 game play for already played by Barcelona, and they have 43 points. The team that followed it, that's near likely to close, is just, let me see, okay, about 3 team or 4 team. We have Real Madrid in the second position with 36 points. Third position, Sevilla with 35 points. Atletico Madrid in fourth position with 34 points. And the Espanyol 50th position with 30 points. So this team, they close to Barcelona, but see the gap is very wide. And you know, the team that likely to match or close to that group point is by Real Madrid. So that's why a lot of people will tell you that the La Liga is between Real Madrid and Barcelona, and for a very long time now it's like that. If Barcelona does not is not winning, got the La Liga, it will be Real Madrid. So that is it. Now, in Italian Serie A, we also see something different in Italian Serie A this season, because Inter Milan have been consistent when it comes to Italian Serie A. And I told you guys, you can go back some of my video, as at the time that I do one particular video, and I told you that I think around September, if I'm not mistaken, Inter Milan sits at maybe 10th position. So, but I told you that they will come up to at least top 4, and as you can see now, AC Milan in the first position, just 14 game play. So at least the top 5, or let me say top 17. So they just played 14 games, so they will be playing their 15 game next. So you know, AC Milan lead top position, just the same point, only goal difference between them and Napoli. AC Milan with 31 points, Napoli with 31 points, Inter Milan with 30 points, Roma with 27 points, Bologna with 25 points, and then Como. I keep on saying it, Como. This is Fabregas team. The guy is doing fantastic way. Imagine 24 points, even ahead of Juventus. You see that it's a fantastic one for them. And then, so let's see, maybe they can get Europa League next season. So, or probably UEFA Champions League, but it will be very difficult because teams like AC Milan, Napoli, Inter Milan, and Roma, even Juventus may likely to come up. So it will be very, very difficult for it, but they can still get Europa League or Conference League. So that is it. Now, before I end the show, so let me just give you the Bundesliga table. So let me just give you the Bundesliga table. So this is Bundesliga table. This Bundesliga table also, Bundesliga is a league that always Bayern. So the way it is now, it's possible maybe Bayern Munich will still be the champion. So just 13 game play. They will play today against Mainz, so they have 37 points. And then RB Leipzig with 29 points, Dortmund with 28 points, Leverkusen with 26 points, same points with Hoffenheim and Frankfurt with 24 points, and there's Stuttgart with 22 points. So meanwhile, Union Berlin sits at 8th position with 18 points, Cologne with 16 points, Freiburg with 16 points. That's 10th position. So that is it. Before I round up the show, end the show. So the one that pains me a lot is talking about the UEFA Champions League. Arsenal topped the position. And same thing happened to Liverpool last season. They are in the top position. But when you get to another phase of the UEFA Champions League, that's why I don't like the way they program it now. How can somebody be at the top position and then just play a single game from the next round, then the person just lost the whole team? And that's how they knock out Liverpool. That is, have been topping the table for a very long time. So the same thing is happening now. Arsenal in the top position. So the next phase of that Champions League they will play, if Arsenal is not performing well, they will just knock them out, and that is all. So I don't like this pattern of UEFA Champions League. So, but all the best to all the England team. So I wish them all the best. Champions League will come up next week. So I will update you guys once we close to the dates. So that is it. Thank you for watching the TV. Follow me across all the media. Goodbye.